Мое имя Паулюс. Я волонтер в программе «Позвони России».
What if you could do your part to end the war in Ukraine one phone call at a time? It helps if, like Paulius Senūta, you speak Russian.
И вот хотел узнать, сколько вы знаете про то, что происходит в Украине.
He and a group of friends in Lithuania created the Call Russia project last month to chip away at Kremlin propaganda.
In a country like Russia, where everything is banned, paradoxically, you got phone numbers of people online, so we can download them.
After downloading 40 million Russian numbers, he and his friends coded this new website. A yellow button on the homepage generates a random phone number of a Russian citizen. Using the platform, Russian-speaking volunteers worldwide have already made over 125,000 calls.
How can I counter Russian propaganda on my own? So how do you recommend people go about those calls?
Try to tell people about the humanitarian catastrophe that's happening in Ukraine. People dying, children dying, cities being demolished. They are human beings. They have human sympathies.
Evidence of atrocities committed by Russian troops in Ukraine is shocking the world. But at home, most Russians know little about it. Russian President Vladimir Putin has criminalized any dissent or independent reporting about the war. It is a crime to call the war a war. The Kremlin and state media call it a special military operation.
А спецоперация, это как понимать?
Это когда цели ведут к миру. Мы не атакуем жилых домов, мы не бьем по мирным гражданам, мы принуждаем к миру Украину.
Researchers estimate that two-thirds of Russians approve of Putin's action in Ukraine. But Senūta says if they knew the full story, they would be less supportive.
When German population discovered of what Nazis were doing, they were appalled. They couldn't believe it, right? Because again, they didn't know, and the narrative was twisted, and so on and so forth. Exactly same thing here.
You never know what you get when you call a random phone number. But Senūta says 25% of all volunteer calls have been quality conversations. The one Russian woman recently told him she was Putin's daughter.
And she's like, "Daddy, there's this crazy Lithuanian calling. Come here." And I'm like, "Madam, why are you doing this? I just want to talk with you about, what's happening in Ukraine, but she doesn't care about it. It's like, daddy, 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 the Lithuanian." So that was a really freaky call.
Freaky calls aside, Senūta says he and other volunteers are learning invaluable lessons about how to change brainwashed minds.
We can't go the way like you've been wrong all your life. And, I think we need to feed truth in packages.
That is what keeps Senūta going, the belief that even though it's a long shot, changing enough Russians' minds about the war in Ukraine could help stop it. Ben Chamiso, Newsy.